Hello and welcome back, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Crusader Kings 2 Legacy of the Indo Norse East land. Okay, I took some time between episodes and organized the country a bit. We're down to 20 out of 17 vassal limit. I can't really get rid of a couple more of these counts, bury them beneath dukes just yet. Looks like actually maybe Westrobothnia, which is part of the Duchy of Lapland. I think I'm willing to bury that underneath this old lady. That is Chiefdom of Westrobothnia. So yeah, we're going to create some more powerful dukes, in theory. We still need to form the empire before we die. We're currently 46. We're healthy. We're not sick. We've got a dog. We've got hunting focus. We're tough skill tacticians, so we should theoretically be okay. I am going to, therefore, risk creating the Duchy of Finland. Spend 155 gold right now that we could save for making the next thing. And we're going to make this fella here into our Duke of Finland. You can have the Jarldom of Finland, including lower titles. Makes him very happy. He now owns all that land. And that puts us at 17 out of 17. But I think I still want to bury a couple more guys. These aren't really part of de jure Finland. But, you know what? Actually, we're not over the limit, so let's just keep them for now. But I personally don't like having counts as a subject when I'm a king or an emperor tier title. Even if the borders get messy, like this, where someone's got a bunch of de jure Sweden and then they got land over here. I like the fact that you can raise their levy anywhere that they have control of. So this guy's army can be raised over here. This guy's army can be Denmark. This guy's army, for example, it can be raised in Ireland. Or it can be raised over here, you know, it's kind of nice having that teleportation ability. But anyway, we gotta go make some money. We're gonna go raid for a bit, and hopefully our levy has come back up a little bit now that some of the subjects are more happy, or happier. Looking at our vassals, we do still have a couple people who are super mad, like the guy who's used to be the king of Sweden that we attacked. The Jarl of Uppland also desires 3 counties, well, 2 counties and a kingdom. Now that we are in a very, very easy war and relatively stable, since we know this guy's plotting, I think I will try to imprison him. He's probably going to rebel, which is okay, because he's a single county count. So we'll just raise some more of our levy there. Let's go ahead and, I don't want to call in our ally, the tribal vassals, because it does take an opinion penalty. So let's just raise regular levy. Let's raise our troops here. And, I want to raise those. Now the 600. Why did it not raise the 600 for me? Ah, right. I clicked that button. Derp. Alright, so we'll raise them over here. We have no boats for them. Can I raise boats in my land? 12 boats will be enough. Let's grab these onto there. Just check to make sure I didn't raise any armies anywhere else that's kind of dumb. No, looks like we're okay. Alright. So, we have some title loss and succession problems. We've got 17 titles that can be created. We have apparently a new heir, our nephew. That's fine. Someone wanted me to change my primary title from Kingdom of Denmark. I don't know why. I think that it's fine, having the title that we have right now. We have 16 out of 17 vassals, 4 out of 8 personal domain holdings, so we want to... Apparently I did already call in my allies. Oops. Well, I didn't actually mean to do that, but okay. Stand. Those are retinue. Let these guys march up that way. Get that siege started. See if we still have our friend Dag. Dag the herdman. I like Dag. Dag's great. So, one thing I'm very excited about is that now that we are about to theoretically become an emperor, we will be able to forge new weaponry. Also, can we still not join a society? Alright, we can. We are a sinner. Finally, we're a sinner. Great, we are proud. I must join the Fellowship of Hell. I hope that it's not like being in Lucifer's Own. We offer you 10... We offer to give you a woman for 10 gold. Alright, fine. Speaking of women for gold, do we have any prisoners? We have 24 prisoners, holy crap. Time for the great Blut. The Bloody Blot, 230 gold in ransom, possibly. The Armored Chariot. You receive a report from the outcome of the military experiments that your marshal asked you to sponsor. Apparently a large steel-plated chariot was constructed, propelled by 10 men inside, pulling it forward, directed by a commander peering out from a revolving turret mounted on top. This vehicle also had several ballistas firing through arrow slits, though ending up being too slow and expensive. For actual wartime enjoyment, it still provided some valuable lessons. So for our, what was it, like 10 gold that we had to pay for that? Not too bad. Alright, so again, we only have 4 personal holdings. Our capital is still in Zealand. Tech-wise... Tech-wise, I would eventually like to start taking tech. Construction tech, specifically. Fine, I don't know how you captured all my children or whatever they are, but I'll pay for them. Doing prisoner exchange. I'm sure we can count on our subjects to go off and win that war up north while we focus on raiding. Also, as soon as we get these boats, I can raise another 22 ships. So let's grab all of our ships now. That's hopefully going to be enough that we can actually start moving these armies around and be a little bit safer with our raiding. Because border raiding is really dangerous against neighbors that are kind of strongish. Also, look at the border gore. Austrasia and Germany. They can't they cannot agree on who owns what. You know, one thing I love about CK2 compared to EU4 is how you can appoint leaders in active sieges. Jarl of Upland is already surrendering. We've apparently already sieged that thing down. Alright, yes, I accept your surrender. Alright, so since he's a bad dude, come to think of it, let's grab the boats and pick up all these troops now. Since he's a bad dude, and he's now in prison, and he is the Jarl of Upland and the Chief of Aland, I think we will... He does not have enough money to ransom himself. Let's definitely revoke the Chiefdom of Aland. He's a traitor. You know what, come to think of it, I'm not sure. If we revoke his last county, what happens to the Jarldom of Upland? I think it just gets destroyed, but I do want that province. We don't have enough actual provinces right now. Let's check and see. Jarldom of Upland, yeah, just ceases to exist. That's fine. Alright, so that also gives us access to some more boats. And 480 some levy. Boats are destroyed, that's okay. Everyone go there. Let's do another round of ransoms. Let's get Dag to teleport down here. Let's check also to see, can we get any more siege leaders? We currently have a 6 martial skill, no modifier guy. There's a 18 organizer nephew. This guy's trickster, heavy infantry. We also have heavy infantry here. One thing I haven't done in quite a while is search for people we can import. So let's try that. We'll search for men who are in range, and I want siege leaders. We have a bribable 20 martial siege leader. I will gladly pay 15 gold for one like that. And we have a 15 guy here who will just come for free. Let's wait till they both get here. So that's one. And that's a ransom. And that is a ransom. And that is a second guy who's arrived. Okay. So we're going to get rid of this chief, unfortunately, with that siege leader. And it's still 40% base siege efficiency. So even though this guy's only got 40%, sorry, 4 martial, he's still really freaking good at it. This guy, on the other hand, we're going to get rid of. Dag's over there. We got Almish over here. You're supposed to be raiding, like... Let's go for this guy with the... Not Dag. We'll go with Mr. Zvanimir. Zvanimir. That's a cool name. Alright, as far as plots go, let's not auto-stop, because I need to actively try to get control of some more land right now. So I want to catch people doing things they're not supposed to. Also, we can choose to revoke plots. To revoke provinces with plots. I'd love to get back, like, Gotland, for example. From this guy who absolutely hates me, my nephew, who is currently still the Jarl of Ostrogathia. We, can't do too much to him. Alright, so these plots are based on, I think, people who are either double counts or they have like a duchy, but then they have personally held titles outside of that duchy or something. Really all I care about is finding a province that is a border province. So like, I don't know, Scania. I wish you could just like click. Scania is coastal. It is part of the Duchy of Scania, which doesn't exist, so I could safely hold that myself. This guy currently likes me well enough. He's also a lunatic, though, at age 57 with gout, and he's a drunk. So he's probably going to die anyway. Yes, let's plot to revoke the county of Rostock. Sorry, Scania. And let's see who will join. Plenty of people. Let's auto-invite. And since we already have a lot of levy raised, let's send most of this army actually down to where we expect he will say no. New decisions are available. We can revoke the chiefdom of Scania. See what he says. War it is. Would have been nice if I had the army there already. Should have waited a second. Let's get this navy to come into the sea tile so that we can have adjacency in case we want to raid a little bit further inland. And again, this 1300 could probably kill my 1900s because they're mostly light infantry. So I'd like to... We have a really crappy siege leader still. And why don't we grab the... I'm already an organizer. We'll grab our son. Why not? What are we good at? Movement speed, light foot, retreat, morale damage, morale defense penalty. We're Craven apparently, which is not cool. I'll go to the center and put the other guy on the side. Since he's a flanker. Okay, 230 gold. We just finished a siege of a building there, and we are currently looking for how much money to form the empire. Francia. That's crazy talk. We need 463 gold to create it. We currently have 76% because I'm fighting this guy, but as soon as this war is over, we'll have enough land to do so. All right, government, land, H. Bishoprics there. There's a bishopric down in Trier. I think we'll go 2 more holdings here. We've already committed to this, so we'll do all 3 holdings here. I'm not going to take that last castle. The fort level's too high, and the loot value on an unupgraded castle is pretty garbage. Work can be tedious, and when one problem is solved, another one pops up. I tire of having to complete the same tasks over and over again, gain the chance to become slothful, or we could have a chance of becoming diligent and possibly stressed. I'll risk it. We did not get stressed. Good. 28 gold. Let's check ransoms. More ransoms, please. While looting the holding, one of your men come upon a strange-looking key made of an unknown metal. You've only seen such a metal once before, that mysterious chest that has been inherited and passed along in your family. It's still gathering dust somewhere in your chambers. Could this be the key that opens it? We've had a strange chest since 820. So well, it's actually only been 7 years. Is that true? Created... obtained is when we got it. Right, it was created in 807. So for 20 years, we've had this strange chest. Let's find out. The key fits the lock, and trembling with anticipation, you slowly open the chest. Sadly, it is filled with nothing but worthless baubles and various trinkets. There's not a trace of gold to be found there, or here, and the contents of the chest could probably be traded away for a few coins at least. Well, that's sad. After all that build-up, 20 years in the waiting. 20 years! Okay, 1 more to go there, 1 more to go there. We break down the top holding. Children lack educations and stuff. Siege of that place, 41 gold. Okay. Let's have these 2 armies pile together because we're going to swing them over toward the boats. We have 500 gold. Let's do it. I mean, well, actually, hold on. I gotta end this war first, then we can do it. The pillaging and looting undertaken in your name has earned you a reputation as a fearsome Viking raider. All along the coasts, mothers tucking their children in for the night warn that unless they behave, the terrible Hjalmar, scourge of the seas, will come ashore with his undead warriors and eat them. I am now a Viking. Fancy, monthly prestige, martial, personal combat. Unfortunately, we are still a Craven Viking, which is kind of an oxymoron, honestly, but that's alright. Okay, well, we could still use some prestige, right? Let me just check my math real quick. Opinion from prestige is 1 per 200, and that means we need 2,000 prestige to max out opinion. I'm going to create a couple duchies. Let's cycle through the available duchies we can create. We got the Duchy of Upland, don't want it. That one is the Duchy of Bergslagen, which is currently owned by this guy, who owns... Okay, Gastricland's here. Basically, what I want to do is create duchies that will create... I can create subjects and split up the size of my dukes a little bit. Or clean up their borders. Like, this guy's got land up here. I don't like that. So what we can do is we can create Vestlandet. Let's create Vestlandet. There goes a little bit of our money, but that's alright. Now that we have the Duchy of Vestlandet, this guy, who has just subjects up here, his own personal holdings are all down there where they belong. We're going to go and find someone preferably who has multiple provinces in this area. Of course, there are none. This guy's got claims on all kinds of stuff, though. Alright, well, who likes us the most out of the people in this area? This guy does? Who's the best with stats? Shift right-click to go to the top liege province owner. Right-click to go to the province owner. That's what I want to do. There we go. I guess I'll go with this guy. Yeah, I'll go with this guy. I don't mind him being ambitious. We're going to grant him that duchy now, which elevates him to the rank of duke, which brings him out from underneath this guy and gives him de jure claims on that land. So eventually we'll try to organize that. It's better when they can have, like, when they have multiple provinces, so that you can just strip the duke of a bunch of power right away. Over here is the Duchy of Mecklenburg, owned by... Yeah, that's a great one to create. Except that it's already owned by this fella. So, that's weird. Okay. Damn. I was hoping to clean up the borders at least a little bit. Okay, this guy has land here. He is the Duke of Pomerania and Mecklenburg. So him having this land over here is not ideal. This is part of the Duchy of Saxony, which is a 3-county duchy. And part of the Duchy of Brandenburg. Okay, let's create the Duchy of Saxony. Grant it to this fella. Not the Kingdom of Saxony. The Jarldom. Transfer Weimer over, which is fine with me, I think. Assuming that Weimer is just a single county guy. He is. Okay. We have righteous imprisonment on Jarl Randver the Wise of Saxony, because he is apparently doing something bad, and by making him my direct subject now, we are aware of it, and we could just immediately do stuff to him. He does have some money, and he also hates me, because I subjugated him. I think I may have actually intentionally revoked stuff from this guy, and now I just gave him land again. Oops. Desires, usurped. Yeah, whatever, let's just throw him in prison. And if you somehow amass enough money, I will allow you to ransom yourself, because I know you're going to do things you're not supposed to at some point. Or we could throw him into the oubliette. I'm okay with that too. Okay. What now? Let's still have one of these armies carry forward. Let's leave the guy with just siege pips there, and then Dag. Dag plus another one of the two organizers can move on to mines. 66 war score up here. That's that holding there. Let's head over to... Let's head to Trier. I don't know if the loot from Trier is actually something that can be moved in with this sea tile. I think so. So we're about to find out. Okay, for now, I'm going to take a short break here. I'll be back in the next episode, though. As always, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the campaign. I'll see you soon.